Sides, Fort Lewis, white tops, white shorts, checkered sky blue, yellow, and navy blue down the side of their jerseys and shorts. Says FLC across the chest. Tip is in the air. It's won by Fort Lewis College. Skyhawks move from my right to my left here in this first half. Rams go from my left to my right. We're underway here at the NCAA South Central Regional Semifinals, and a quick three-pointer is up and good by Will Morse. That did not take long. This Fort Lewis team shoots 40%, actually 41% as a team behind the three-point line. They are averaging 11 threes per game. Here's Amari Goodell now down low the post. Turnaround jump hook is up no good. And rebounded by Fort Lewis by Halderson. Halderson left yesterday's game with an injury against Dallas Baptist, but he's back out there today. 3-0 Skyhawks lead. Halderson will try a three up top. It's good. Back-to-back threes by Fort Lewis College. And Halderson, a 37% three-point shooter, makes a 6-0 lead for Fort Lewis. So the Rams got off to a great start yesterday. Now Foster a three right side. It's up no good. Goodell the rebound inside. Head fake goes up. He lays it in. He's fouled, and it counts for Amari Goodell. And I'll say this. I know it's only about a minute and a half. Not even that, actually, a minute and 6 seconds into the game. But judging from what I've seen so far, Amari Goodell can have a monster day. Fort Lewis does not have the size, the presence inside the contained Goodell. His free throw is up and good. Rams down 6-3. Fort Lewis College and Angelo State both have only been to the Sweet 16 once. The winner of this game goes to the Sweet 16. Here's a handoff to Morse. Back left wing, a three by Halderson. He'll fake a three. Goes down the baseline. Drives, spins on Goodell. Little flip, baby hook shot, no good by Halderson. Rebounded by the Rams. Here's now Keene with it. Quay, a pull-up three, right side. Yes! And the Rams have tied it up at 6 on Quay Keene's 69th three-pointer of the season. And we're deadlocked. Actually, they're going to say that was a 2, I believe. No, they're called it a 3. It is a 3. The scoreboard says 5. It is 6. Now a three up top, no good by Smith. Rebounds can be out of bounds off of Halderson. Goodell knocked it off Halderson and be out of bounds. It'll be Angelo State basketball. Scoreboard says 6-5, but the stats here on our monitor say 6-6. They'll double check that. 2 minutes into the ball game. Left side outside with it. Here is Foster. Foster off his screen, dribbles to the elbow. Now goes down the lane. Back up top, Goodell. He goes all the way down the lane and had the ball stripped out of his hands. Stripped out by Cade Closter. Fort Lewis now with the basketball. It's Morse. And Fort Lewis has made 347 threes this year. As here's a pass on the wing over to Blaylock, knocked out of bounds. And the scoreboard still shows the Rams trailing, but they have called that a 2. That last shot was a 2, not a 3. So it is 6-5. They might double check the monitor later on that one. 17:40 left to play here in this first half. Some subs now for Fort Lewis. And we have a whistle and a reach-in foul called on Angelo State. On for the Skyhawks is Cody Salcido, a 6'6", 210-pound senior from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He averages 6 points per game off the bench. Blaylock up top of the arc, guarded by Foster. Let's see if Foster can D him up. Here's the fadeaway three, up and good by Blaylock over Foster, who contested the shot. That's great defense. Just a better shot by Blaylock. Fort Lewis has made 2 threes already, actually 3 threes. They have made all 9 points behind the arc. They average 11 per game. Here's Keene on the pick and roll, gives it inside the Goodell, who missed a layup. Rebounded by Fort Lewis. Skyhawks lead 9-5. They made 8 threes yesterday. Again, they average over 11 per game. Rams got to stop that three-point shot. Left wing Morris with it. Down low it comes to Salcido. Back it down Goodell. Jumpers up. And Goodell altered the shot. Ugly shot by Salcido. And it'll be Goodell with the rebound. Angelo State basketball. It's Foster with it up top. He's down the left-hand side. Foster holds the ball. Now puts it on the floor. They'll dare him to shoot. He fires the three. It's in and out. No good. And it drops in. Just like the three he made that tied the game in overtime against Tarleton State. It rattled in and out, went into the air, and then came back through. And it's 9-8 now. Angelo State trailing by 1. Right corner's a wide open three by Closter. It's good. 4 threes already by Fort Lewis. All 4 of their baskets have been three-pointers. And they lead the Rams 12-8. Again, as a team, they shoot 41% behind the arc. Here's Allen. He goes on Smith down the baseline. Now pulls up. Baseline jumper is good by Allen. And it's 12-10. Rams back within 2. Allen's first basket of the game. Rams got to find a way to slow down this three-point barrage of Fort Lewis. Here's Kloster left side outside. Now they skip the ball around the Morse. Morse holds above his head now to Salcedo. He'll drive on Gadul, goes down the lane. Blocked by Gadul. He pinned the ball up against the glass. But grabbed by Smith for Fort Lewis. Up top, Morse for 3. It's in and out, no good. Halfway home and pop back out. Foster the rebound for Angelo State. Foster brings it up the floor. Now back behind him to Keene. He'll fire a long 3. Yes, sir! Quay Keene hits a 3. And Angelo State has their first lead of the afternoon. 13-12, Angelo State on top. What a high-scoring start to this game. We're not even at the 15-minute mark yet. We've already got 25 points on the board. Skyhawks basketball. It's Blaylock way deep in their half court. He'll drive right by Foster down the lane. Haynes glides. Running jumper up, no good. And Keene the rebound. Long pass ahead to Foster all by himself. Throws it down with the right hand. What a pass by Quay Keene. As Keene threaded the needle down the floor. That was a Joe Montana-like pass right there. 75 feet to Jerry Rice. And the Rams lead 15-12 on a 7-0 run. Fort Lewis basketball now. Right side outside, Morse with it. Zips the pass inside the Kloster. Wide open back door. And Kloster lays it in. Cade Kloster has 5 points. Stops the 7-0 run of Angelo State. 15-14 now Rams lead. Keene's hit 2 threes. Has the ball left wing. In the corner now, Allen has Smith on him. Down low to Foster. And they call Foster for a push-off. Offensive foul on Prince Foster. That'll be his second personal foul. To win this regional championship is wide open now with the number 1 seed out. Angelo State, the 3 seed against the 2 seed Fort Lewis here in the semifinals. Winner plays Tuesday night at 7 in the championship. They go to the Elite 8. Now the timeout, Skyhawks ball. Angelo State leads 15-14 over Fort Lewis. There's a baseline drive by Joseph. Down the baseline, finger roll no good. Grabbed by Thomas Shakai, who just checked in for the Rams. Long pass ahead from Bennett the Rhodes. Back to Allen across the lane, and Steven Allen lays it in. A beautiful transition break by the Rams. 3-on-2 break. And Shaquan Rhodes just checked in low. Thomas Shakaya both helped that fast break out. And the Rams lead 17-14. And now nearly a steal in the corner by Allen. Knocked out of bounds into the Rams bench. Thomas Shakaya had a 14-point game yesterday against Arkansas Fort Smith. He's 6'7", 225, a junior from France. Averaging 7 points, 5 boards, and a block per game. And Shaquan Rhodes, a great guard defender, 6'2" junior from Norfolk, Virginia. Rhodes averaging 4.5 points per game. And he's guarding Blaylock. He's their main man, averaging 18 a game. There's a pass up top, knocked away, picked up by Shakaya. He's on a breakaway. Look out below. He missed a dunk. He missed a dunk with someone coming from behind. And that's the Rams' second missed dunk of this NCAA tournament. Rams had an easy basket. Shakaya trying to take it the distance after the steal at midcourt. Now a 3 in the corner by Blaylock is short, no good. Rebound loose on the baseline, grabbed by Bennett for Angelo State. Rams lead 17-14. Long pass ahead from Bennett the Rhodes, 80 feet down the floor. It was about 85 feet too high, and Bennett throws it out of bounds. Bennett zipped that one down the floor. And Fort Lewis, after their hot start, they made 4 threes to start the game, have now missed 6 of the last 8 attempts. The Rams, on the other hand, are shooting now 64%, 7 for 11 to start the game. The Rams have to limit turnovers, though. Here's Josephs with it. Up top to Salcedo, a hand off to Morris for 3, no good. That is now 5 straight misses by the Skyhawks. Angelo State the rebound. Here's Keene, left side outside. He'll drive. There's a big collision. His man falls down up top. Shakaya. He'll drive by Salcedo. Throws the ball nearly away. Keene saves it up top. The midcourt to Allen. Not a very good offensive possession by the Rams. Let's see if they can settle down. Bennett up top of the circle. Gets 2 ball screens. Fires a 3. It's no good. Shakaya tried to get the rebound. Can't get it. Instead grabbed by Josephs of the Skyhawks. Now right wing to Salcedo. Back to Josephs. Out of the United Kingdom. Josephs drives in down the lane. Scoop to the hoop. Over 2 Rams is good off the window. by Kofi Josephs. He averages 8 points off the bench out of John Brown University. Angelo State basketball, they lead by 1, 17-16, under 12 to play in this first half. Bennett left of the lane. Bennett now takes the dribble into the lane. Up top, Allen. Allen with the crossover. Now back left wing Bennett. Looks to drive in, nowhere to go. Inside the Allen. Allen double team up top, Shakaya. 6 to shoot. Left wing Bennett for 3. Rims around, no. And grabbed by Salcedo, Fort Lewis. Skyhawks can retake the lead on this possession. Under 12 to play in the first half. Bounce pass to Salcedo, and he's bumped and fouled as he caught the ball on the bounce pass by Thomas Shakaya on the floor. Now the timeout, Devontae Pratt is checked in for Angelo State. 6'1", 215-pound junior guard from Toledo. Pratt's been troubled by a knee injury. Did not play much yesterday. Here's a wide open 3 out of the timeout by Holderson. Up and good for Fort Lewis. Holderson wide open in the corner, and that's 5 threes for Fort Lewis. They have made 5 threes and only 2 twos. And they lead the Rams now 19-17. Like I told you before, they average 11 threes made per game. They have 125 more threes than the Rams have made this year. Here's Allen going down the baseline. Allen right by his man, Holderson, and goes off the window and lays it in with the right hand. Stedman Allen continuing where he left off yesterday. He has 6 points, and we are tied at 19. Now left corner with it. It's a baseline drive here by Josephs. Down the baseline, Josephs stuffs it with the right hand. Go feed Josephs. A nice athletic move there for Fort Lewis. They're back in front by 2, 21-19. Bennett up top, gets a Shakaya and Allen screen on both sides of him. Now Bennett dribbles inside the lane, left corner, Rhodes for a 3. It barely hit the rim. Ball's on the floor. Allen fighting for it. Josephs took it out of his hands. Down to Blaylock. He dribbles right by Bennett down the baseline. They call a foul, I believe, on Trey Bennett, a reach-in foul. Yep, it's on Trey Bennett, his first personal foul. Foul on the floor. And now here comes Amari Gadul checking back in for Angelo State. In for Thomas Shakaya. 10-13 left to play. We are in the first half here in Wichita Falls. Fort Lewis has a 2-point lead. Inbounds, right corner. Nearly a steal by Allen. Knocked the ball out of the hands. Great hustle by Allen, diving head first. Rasmus Bach has checked in. He's a 6'4" sophomore guard from Austin Anderson High School. He averages 14 points off the bench for Bach, and he shoots 54% from the field. So Rasmus Bach in for the Skyhawks, a sophomore from Austin. Blaylock, a 3 over Rhodes, right side of the arc, no good. A fadeaway 3, rebounded by Angelo State. And Blaylock most of the time shoots a fadeaway 3, just like Quay Keene. Here's Bennett, backdoor bounce pass underneath the Rhodes. Down to Pratt, and Pratt throws the ball away, intercepted by Blaylock. 4 turnovers now for Angelo State. Fort Lewis has only committed 1 turnover thus far. 9:30 left to go in the first half. Bach drives in, looks at a 3, won't take it. Right corner to Halderson. He'll drive, spin goes down the baseline, and Gadul leans in, puts it high off the glass and in for Austin Halderson. So Halderson now with that layup has 8 points for Fort Lewis. Their lead is 4. 23-19. Bennett left side outside with it. Now backpedals with the dribble. He'll dribble right inside to the elbow. Now right corner comes to Rhodes. Whips the pass up top. Bennett for a 3, no good. Rebound in the corner, chased down by Gadul. Offensive rebound by the Rams, their second of the day. Now down low, Gadul head fake, leans in, shot up, blocked by Halderson, and rebounded by Fort Lewis. So Fort Lewis comes back. The Skyhawks on about a 6-0 run, a 3 right wing by Josephs, no good. Bennett the rebound for Angelo State. Fort Lewis has already attempted 11 threes. Bennett left of the lane, pulls up, mid-range jumper is a brick. Trey Bennett right now is just not on tonight. He's 0 for 4 to start the game. Now Blaylock goes down the baseline, has it blocked by Gadul. He came from out of bounds and touched the ball. That should be a violation. Now Halderson missed a shot inside, gets his own rebound. Pass up top is going to be grabbed by Fort Lewis. Out of bounds off the fingertips of Will Morris, out of bounds. And both coaches very unhappy with the officiating. Coach Boone and David Lewis unhappy with Blaylock coming from out of bounds. No one touched the ball before he did. Grabbed the ball off the baseline on an air ball. But on the other end, looked like maybe a hold on the Rams after a pass to the top of the circle. Went off the hands of Will Morris, but he's being held by one of the Ram guards. Now Napoleon Onyeje is checked in for Angelo State. 6'1" junior from Pflugerville. Here's Rhodes, a bounce pass inside Gadul, and Gadul rolls to the basket after he set the screen in the pick and roll, and Amari Gadul lays it in. Amari's got 5. Rams down 2, 23-21, under 8 to play in this first half. Up top with it's Joseph, still drive in, down the lane, throws a pass, intercepted and deflected by Angelo State. Rams picking up. Rhodes, left wing now Keene, long, deep 3, yes sir! Quay Keene hits a 3-ball, his 3rd tonight. And the Rams back in front, 24-23, with 7.5 to play here in the first half. Fort Lewis basketball. It's Rasmus Bach with it. He'll dribble in, goes down the lane to the hole, blocked from behind by Rhodes. Off the glass, picked up now by Onyeje of ASU. Left wing Keene for another 3, no good, and it's going to be out of bounds off the rim into the Fort Lewis bench. Timeout on the floor, 7:19 to play in the first half. It's ASU. Is here on the Angie Wright. On the far side, you see a couple of Bells basketball players, Lexi Murphy, Taylor Dorsey here, supporting the Rams, who lead 24-23 over Fort Lewis College. Now the timeout, it's Skyhawks basketball. Here's now a drive by Justin Smith down the baseline, nowhere to go thanks to the quickness of Thomas Shakaya, but just checked back in. Morris a handoff right wing to Blaylock. Blaylock off a screen set by Salcido. He's double teamed left wing. Behind the head, a pass up top. A 3 by Smith is good. Jared Smith, hits a 3. That is 6 triples for Fort Lewis. They have twice as many 3s as Angelo State, but that is their mojo. They have hit 353 threes now this year. Angelo State basketball, Rhodes up top of the arc. Rams now down 2, 26-24. Rhodes in the high post, Gadul takes a dribble. Nowhere to go, back out in the wing. Keene fakes a 3, takes a dribble, fires a long 2 and knocks it down. And Quay Keene is hot, and that's good news for the Rams. He actually has 2 threes, not 3, but he's made 10 points. And we're tied at 26 with 6:10 to play in the first half. Up top with it, Will Morse, their second best shooter. He'll give him the down low in the post. Back on his way down low is Salcido. Turnaround jumper is good as he falls down, fading away to his left side. Cody Salcido, the senior from Albuquerque, knocks it down. And now it's a 28-26. Rams down by 2. And Fort Lewis going to a zone. Onyeje in the high post, Shakaya. Shakaya back right wing the Rhodes. He'll dribble in. Back to Shakaya up top. He'll drive in and throws the ball to Rhodes. Left corner Onyeje. Now to Rhodes with 6 to shoot. Rhodes drives in, down the lane, ball got knocked away. It's loose on the floor and picked up by Fort Lewis. Here's Morris on a breakaway, waiting for his teammates to catch up. Behind him, the Smith, back in the corner, Morris, open for 3. It's in and out, no good. Grabbed off the glass by Gadul. Long pass to midcourt to Rhodes. Rams gonna run. Rhodes dribbles in down the lane into 4 defenders. Now to Shakaya, who goes at 3 defenders, lays it in, and Shakaya's knocked to the deck. He's fouled, he lays it in, and counts. Well, first off, Shaquan Rhodes, a 1-on-4 break, and then gave it over to Shakaya, who just basically used his muscle and athleticism to bully his way to the basket. He gets the bucket plus 1. Tied at 28 with 5:07 to play here in the first half. And the junior out of France to shoot 1 free throw. It got it. Angelo State back in front, 29-28. And again, these are 2 high-scoring teams. The Rams average 88 points per game. Fort Lewis averages 85 per game. Here's Morris left side. They're in the pick and roll. Down low to Salcido, wide open off the screen. He'll lay it up and in on the reverse by Salcido. The pick and roll is working for both squads so far. Rams now down 1. Back and forth battle, 30-29. Fort Lewis up by 1. Right wing, it's Bennett. Bennett still is yet to score. Back door to Onyeje, who's wide open, and Napoleon Onyeje lays it in. So Onyeje off the bench with a big basket. Rams lead 31-30. Now Fort Lewis basketball. It's Kloster left corner to Jared Smith. Smith picks up his dribble up top of the arc between the circles. Blaylock drives on Onyeje. Nowhere to go. Handoff now to Kloster, wide open for 3, up top, no good. Shakaya had the rebound, lost it, grabbed by Gadul at the top of the arc. Over to Onyeje. Rams are winning the rebound battle right now. Now is the pass from Bennett, nearly stolen, knocked out of bounds by Fort Lewis. Out of bounds off the Skyhawks. Rams ball on the baseline. Rams, it seems like they've out-rebounded the Skyhawks more than they have. They've out-rebounded them by 2. Angelo State yesterday had a plus 15 rebounding margin in their win over Arkansas Fort Smith. Rams will throw it in on the baseline. Lob it up top to Keene. 20 in the shot clock. It's on Yeje, right wing. Now Allen deep in the corner. Squares up on Smith, drives on Smith. Spins, turns, fadeaway baseline jumper, no good. But there's Gadul, the offensive rebound. Goes back up with the left hand, missed it. Allen fighting for it, grabbed by Salcedo, Fort Lewis. And it's now Fort Lewis back in transition. Skyhawks have won 16 straight games. They're 28-3. Keene nearly a steal in midcourt. Now driving on him is Morris, right of the lane. He'll shovel a pass out to Salcedo for 3. It's good. Everybody hitting 3-pointers for Fort Lewis, even Cody Salcedo. That's his 4th of the year as he holds up 3 fingers as he runs down the floor. Fort Lewis has drained 7 threes in the first half. They lead the Rams 33-31. They are 7 for 15 from outside the arc. It's Gadul, back it down Salcedo in the lane. Jump hook with the right hand off the rim. And it's no good. Gadul shaking his head as he runs down the floor. He's now just 2 for 7 shooting. Fort Lewis the rebound. They come back to the 2-point lead under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Salcedo right corner, squares up at Gadul, gives it down low. Here's a shot up, blocked by Keene and Gadul, but a foul on ASU. And the foul will be on him. At the free throw line, it's Erasmus Bach shooting 2 free throws. First one's good. The other thing we haven't mentioned, because this is the first time Fort Lewis has shot free throws today, as a team, they shoot 78% from the free throw line. One of the best free throw shooting teams in the country. And both free throws good by Bach. Rams trail by 4, 35-31. Rams are shooting well, 48%. They have 2 more turnovers than do the Skyhawks. They need Trey Bennett to get going. He's scoreless so far. He's got the ball up top of the dribble. Left corner to Allen. 15 to shoot. He's double team, shoots a baseline J for Stead. No good. Rebounded by Fort Lewis. Gustavs Puhovs has checked in for the Rams. 6'8", 230-pound junior forward out of Latvia. Averaging 5 points, 2 boards off the bench for Angelo State. He's guarding Bach. Now they give a left wing to Morse. 15 to shoot. 2:15 on the game clock in this first half. They run the pick and roll. It's Salcedo, drives on Allen. Down the lane, leans in, running jumper, no good. Allen comes flying through and gets the rebound for ASU. On the floor, the Rams have Onyeje with Bennett, Allen, Puhovs, and Keene. Left corner, it's Onyeje, wide open for 3, no good. Rebounded by the Skyhawks. So Fort Lewis comes back down the floor. Prince Foster picked up 2 early fouls. They've been missing his presence since about the 14-minute mark. Salcedo falls down, nearly threw the ball away. Left corner, a 3 by Blaylock. Over on Yeje's good. And it's the largest lead of the day for Fort Lewis. They're up by 7. They have made 8 threes in the first half. Once again, I said it 1,000 times, they average 11 per game. Here is Puhovs, a lob inside Allen, knocked away. Allen gets it back, goes up, missed a layup. Rebounded by Salcedo. It was contested, but still, Allen should have put that one down. And Fort Lewis has come back on an 8-0 run. And they throw the ball away, though. Pressure by Angelo State, a lob past the corner, and over the head of Morris, out of bounds.
Number 11,
and 1:12 to play.
Together, the Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
And that's the big difference, is 3-point shooting. Fort Lewis is 8 for 16. Angelo State's 3 out of 11. Here's a drive in the lane. Shot up, no good by Bach, but he's fouled. Rasmus Bach fouled, and now the Rams. Foul is on Quay Keene, his first personal foul. Fort Lewis has only been called for 2 fouls the entire half, while Rams have been called for 6 fouls. Bach's first free throw is good. Bach is an 87% free throw shooter, best on the team. He's 3 for 3 at the free throw line today. And both of them are good here. Rams are down by 9. Angelo State basketball now. It's Trey Bennett across midcourt. Bennett down the near side. 40 seconds left. A quick 3 right wing is good. Are you kidding me? Trey Bennett, 100 miles an hour, just pulls up and hits a 3-pointer. And the Rams are now down 6 seconds. So Trey Bennett a moment ago hit a 3-pointer. And now the Rams are trailing by 6. Fort Lewis ball, but a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clockers. Blaylock up top, left-hand side, the Bach. He'll lob it to Salcedo, looking back door, nothing there. Salcedo picks up his dribble. Now he gives it off to Kloster. 8th to shoot. Blaylock right wing, they double team him. Blaylock's trapped up top. Kloster drives left wing. Here's Morse. He'll fire a 3, partially blocked, grabbed by Bennett, and they'll call a shot clock violation. Some time ran off the clock. After the whistle sounded, they should add some time on the clock, and they might look at this. Nope, they won't. But they might look at it. Ryan McDaniel is going to talk to Ray Abetta about this, along with Nick Atwood, our other official for today. I don't think they're going to add any more time. They're going to keep it as it is. So the Rams got to go full length at the court here. Down 6, 3.4 seconds left to go in the first half. Stedman Allen's going to trigger. He's got no one guarding the ball. He's going to throw it at half court to Gadul. Takes 1, 2 dribbles, shoots a 3, up, no good. And that will do it for the first half. So our halftime score. So here we go. We start the second half. Rams down 6. It'll be Angelo State basketball. Going from my right to my left. Trey Bennett gives it down low in the post. Here's Gadul. His man flops. And Gadul just flips it up and in. Alderson flopped backwards underneath the basket, I guess hoping for a charge. There was no whistle. And Amari Gadul with the layup. Amari's got 7. Rams cut the lead down to 4. It's 40-36. Then we got a whistle and a foul away from the ball, and Prince Foster.
He hooked him.
It was called for a hook. And Ryan McDaniel is in the face of Prince Foster. Ryan McDaniel, the official who's not made too many friends this weekend. The official on the far side who made that call, and Prince Foster just picked up his 3rd personal. So it's Fort Lewis basketball, and Prince has got to make sure not to pick up that 4th personal foul. They need him on the floor. He's guarding Blaylock. Blaylock dribbles in, drives, lost the ball out of his hands, turns it over, and the Rams pick up the loose ball in the lane. Here's Bennett up top, looks at the 3, bounce pass inside. He threw the ball away. Bad bounce pass by Bennett, intercepted by Fort Lewis. Back-to-back turnovers, now a feed inside the Smith. Blaylock dribbles, drives, right corner of the Smith, back to Blaylock. Blaylock over Gadul, jump hook, rolls off the rim, and Amari squeezes the rebound. 8 boards now for Gadul. Angelo State comes back down the floor. Here's Bennett with it. Bennett left side outside. Now left corner to Keene. They're all over him. Keene gets a screen. Keene steps back for a 3, baseline, yes! Quay Keene's got 3 threes. 13 points for Quay. 1-point lead now for Fort Lewis. Rams start the second half on a 5-0 run. Minute and a half into the second half. Smith up top. Houderson fakes a 3. Dumps it down low. It's Kloster underneath. Missed a wide open, uncontested layup for Cade Kloster. At point blank range, he just hunted up on the rim and misses it. Angelo State now got the rebound and can take the lead. There's a handoff from Bennett up top. Keene for 3. Bang! And the Rams are in the lead. 42-40. 8-0 run by Angelo State to start the second half. Here's Blaylock right side outside up top for the Fort Lewis Skyhawks. Now to Halverson. Back to Blaylock. He'll fire a 3 over Foster. It's short. Rebounded though by the Skyhawks. They get the offensive rebound. Morris in the corner. Trap throws the ball away. Stolen by Foster. A 3-on-2. Foster dumps off for Gadul. Goes underneath and lays it in for Amari Gadul. 10-0 run by Angelo State to start the second half. Rams lead 44-40. Fort Lewis basketball. The Angelo State natives that are here now, about 50 fans, are making some noise. Here's Halderson going down the lane into traffic, missed the running jumper. Coach Peaster looking for a foul. Bennett the rebound ahead to Foster, who slams it down with the right hand. Prince Foster with the slam dunk after the rebound by Bennett, and the Rams come.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
Angelo State starts the second half shooting 5 out of 5, while Fort Lewis is 0 for 4. And the Rams on a 12-0 run to start the half, lead by 6. Here's a long 2 in the corner, out of the timeout, good by Rasmus Bach. Bach, a 14-point scorer per game, stops the run. That's the first points and the first basket of the second half for Fort Lewis. 46-42. Bennett left side outside with the screen, dribbles down the baseline to the hole and off the glass lays it in for Trey Bennett. Just the second field goal tonight for Trey, and the lead back to 6 for Angelo State. 48-42. Here's Jared Smith, left side outside, guarded by Allen. Up top, Laylock drives in, shoots a long 2 over Gadul. It rims out, no good. And grabbed by Stedman Allen for the Rams, his third rebound today. Angelo State up 6, largest lead of the night. They were down by 6 at the half. Bennett off a screen, Bennett into a triple team, left corner to Foster. Foster looks at a 3, now dribbles in, drives to the baseline, in the lane, floats one up and in. Prince Foster, a running jumper over 2 Skyhawks as he skied to the basket himself. 8-point lead for Angelo State. Rams on a 14-2 run to start the second half. Here's the drive and a dish. Actually a 16-2 run, pardon me. Here's the drive by Halderson, goes down the lane, and their big man lays it off the glass, no good, but a foul. After the shot attempt was no good, and the layup tried by Halderson, he's fouled by Quay Keene. Rams start the second half on a 16-2 run, now lead by 8. And now the timeout, Austin Halderson for Fort Lewis to shoot 2, and he misses the first of 2. Remember, Fort Lewis shoots a 78 percentile at the free throw line as a team. One more for Halderson, and he got the second one. He will come out, check it in for him now, Cody Salcido.
Number 33, Cody Salcido.
So Salcido checks in. Rams have on the floor Amari Gadul with Trey Bennett, Prince Foster, Stedman Allen, along with Quay Keene. Angelo State basketball, it's Bennett up top of the circle, draws off a screen. Bennett now left wing with the dribble. Still keeps it alive. Left corner comes to Allen. Allen drives in down the lane with the right hand runner up, no good, but tipped in by Amari Gadul off the glass. Amari Gadul tips it in after the miss by Stedman Allen. And Amari now has 9. Rams lead by 9. 52-43, largest lead for Angelo State. Right wing a 3 by Jared Smith, off the mark, no good. Quay King goes high for the rebound. Rams going to run. Quay will cross midcourt with the dribble. Up top, a pull-up 3. Yes! Quay King is on fire tonight. And the Rams now lead 55-43. Quay has sank 4 threes, has 16 points. But a quick answer right back is Rasmus Bach with a bank shot on the baseline. Pure mid-range jumper there by Rasmus Bach. And the lead is now down to 10 for Angelo State. 55-45, Bennett off the ball screen by Gadul. Dribbles inside the arc, and he throws the ball away. He thought Keene would cut left. Instead, Quay cut right. And the Rams turn it over, their 7th turnover of the night. Both teams with 7 turnovers. And now subs. Here comes Thomas Shakaya in for the Rams. Shaquan Rhodes also in for Bennett. So Rhodes and Shakaya come on for Angelo State. 14 and a half minutes left to play in the second half. Rams 55, Fort Lewis 45. Foster knocked the ball out of Morse's hands. It's picked up by Morse on the far side. Here's Josephs at 3 left wing. Up, no good. Rebound by Foster. Fort Lewis here in the second half from outside the arc. They are now 0 for 3. Here's Foster left corner. Dribbles down the baseline, cut off by Salcido. Now backpedal, still at the dribble, shoots a long baseline jumper, no good by Foster. Rhodes was shoved in the back right in front of the official, no call. And it's rebounded by Fort Lewis. Right corner, driving down the baseline. Blaylock, ball got knocked out, picked up by Stedman Allen. Ahead to Shakaya. He'll throw it back inside the Allen, who's falling down. He's on the floor, and he lobs the ball as he's on the floor up top to Prince Foster. Now they give it inside the Allen, and he's fouled on a reach-in. Boy, oh boy. The Rams, I will admit, sometimes it's an adventure. And Cinco Boone just tries to corral this team as best as he can. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. That was a perfect example. The foul is called on Fort Lewis College on the floor. So Angelo State basketball. Inbounds, Rhodes, left corner, Keene, a quick trigger for three. It's off the mark, short, tapped out of bounds by Shakaya. He nearly took off the head of a cheerleader on the sideline after he, they call for an over-the-back foul. No, that was an over-the-back foul on Thomas Shakaya, his second personal foul. Third team foul in Angelo State. The Skyhawks have been called for 3 fouls the whole game, while Angelo State has 9 fouls. Fort Lewis basketball. Here's Morris up top of the circle, high post to Josephs, dribbles in, and Keene cuts him off. Back out to Blaylock beyond the arc. Blaylock heaves up a 3 over Rhodes and knocks it down. Sooner or later, Josh Blaylock he shoots 55% from the field, 50% behind the arc. Hits a 3-pointer, 9th of the game for Fort Lewis, first in the second half. The lead is now 7 for Angelo State, 55-48. Long ways to go in this one, 13:05 to play in the game. Rams work it right side against a zone defense of Fort Lewis. Shot clock at 5. Foster goes right by his man down the lane. Missed a teardrop as he's faded away on a one. Jumped off his right foot in that fadeaway jumper. Now Josephs drives on Keene. Nowhere to go. Keene does a good job to cut off his path. Up top to Blaylock. They double team the screen. Pass into the lane. It's going to be intercepted by Keene. Ahead the Rhodes. Head fake now goes down the lane. Missed a lay-in. Shakaya fighting for the rebound. Out of bounds off of the Skyhawks. Shaquan Rhodes had Blaylock on his back, did a little head fake, hoping to get a foul. Instead misses the layup, but there was Shakaya to keep that ball alive. Off of Fort Lewis. Angelo State ball to the baseline. Rhodes right corner to Allen. Allen with the dribble behind the three-point line. Dribbles, drives down the lane, baseline, missed a running jumper. He fights for the rebound, grabs it back, goes up and is fouled. Cody Salcido had the rebound in his hands. And Stedman Allen just took it out of his hands, went back up, and drew the foul. Foul's on Will Morris of Fort Lewis. His first personal foul. Second team foul on the Skyhawks. Stedman Allen has 6 points, 4 boards at the line for the first time today, shooting 2. And the first one's no good. This is just the third and now fourth free throw attempt of the night for Angelo State. They're 2 out of 3 now. One more coming up here for Allen. Rams up 7. Make it 8. Allen makes the second of 2. Stead will come out, check it in for him. Zamari Gadul. Now Trey Bennett in for the Rams. In for Prince Foster. 12:24 left to play in the ball game here in Wichita Falls. Rams had never won an NCAA tournament game until last year. They won twice, lost in the regional championship to Tarleton. Trying to get back to the regional championship with back-to-back NCAA wins this year. There's a drive to the lane by Brosmus. Bach flips up an underhanded scoop. Shot no good, but a foul is called on Thomas Shakaya. That'll be his third personal foul. And the Rams are talking to each other underneath the basket, trying to communicate better, defending the pick and rolls set by Fort Lewis. Rasmus Bach, 87% free throw shooter, knocks the first one down. Skyhawks cut the lead down to 7. Rams are still shooting 49% despite they have 5 straight misses for ASU. Bach hits both free throws. He has 10 points off the bench, and the lead is now 6 for ASU. The Rams start the second half on a 16-2 run. 12 minutes left to play in the game. Rams 56, Fort Lewis 50. The 2 versus 3 seed game. Here's Rhodes, dribbles in left of the lane, down to the baseline. Rhodes with a baseline dribble in the corner. Now he'll pick it up, looking for Gadul down low, can't give it to him. Now left wing the Keene, back in the corner, Rhodes. Shot clock at 2, Rhodes, a mid-range jumper is up, an air ball, and that's a shot clock violation. Even though Gadul got the offensive rebound, it never hit the rim. And the ball go back to Fort Lewis. We have a timeout first. 6-point Angelo State lead, 56-50, 16 straight games. But the Rams have fared well this year against the Rocky Mountain Conference. They're 2-0 with wins over Colorado Springs and Adams State back in November. Now playing the Rocky Mountain champions, Fort Lewis College, here tonight. Now the timeout, nearly a steal by the Rams. They lead by 6, 56-50 Angelo State. But now here is a steal. Bad pass by Bach, picked out by Gadul, who goes all the way down the lane. A finger roll try, no good. Out of bounds off of Angelo State. Amari Gadul picked it off, went coast to coast down the floor. Probably could have been called for steps. Missed a finger roll at the rim. Out of bounds off Angelo State. Rams miss out a fast break chance there. 11-10 left to play in the game. Rams were down by 6 at the half. Started the second half in a 16-2 run. Bach throws a cross-court pass to Blaylock. Rhodes all over him. Blaylock shoots it over Rhodes. Right wing, a three is short. Rebound inside by Bach. Goes back up. He missed it. Rebounds on the floor. A fight for it. Jump ball is called. It goes to Fort Lewis. And Coach Bob Petrak of Fort Lewis on his knees, kneeling right by Ryan McDaniel, the official, pleading for a foul. Believe that a foul should have been called when Salcedo grabbed that rebound. Is tied up by Gadul. Jump ball goes to the Skyhawks. Angelo State up by 6. They have to get back on defense. New shot clock here for FLC. Will Morris will throw it in. Left corner, Bach along 2. Over Shikaya, no good. Rebound by Prince Foster of ASU. Rams with the rebound and the basketball. Bennett right wing to Foster. Foster dribbles in, pulls up, mid-range jumper in there for Prince Foster. Foster has 11 points now. He's in double figures. Him and Gadul each have 11. Rams up by 8, 58-50. The pace is slowed down since that frenetic pace to start the second half. Salcedo goes down the lane, pivots, spins. Up top it comes to Colster. Closter down the lane, running jumper, running hook shot is good by Cade Closter, a senior from Longmont, Colorado. Lead back to 6 for ASU. Now we're going to have a moving screen on Amari Gadul. He was moving across the lane and ran over Closter, trying to free up Foster. And that's a turnover, Angelo State. Second personal foul on Amari. And now subs for ASU. Checking in is Stedman Allen. In for Thomas Shikaya. 58-52. Angelo State leads by 6. We're nearly halfway through the second half. Fort Lewis, 28 wins. Rams, 24 wins. Two great programs meeting here in the regional semifinals of the South Central region. Morris, right corner, long baseline jumper, an air ball. I think it's partially blocked. Foster the rebound for ASU. Foster brings it back. Left corner, Bennett open. He'll take a three. It's short. Allen, the rebound, could not go grab the ball. It bounced over his head and grabbed by Fort Lewis. Here's Morris, right corner. Now to Bach. Cross court to Halderson. Drives right by Gadul down the baseline. Steps back for a fadeaway baseline J. It's no good, but Blaylock, the rebound, goes back up. Lays it off the rim, no good, but a foul on Angelo State. If it's on Foster, it is. It'll be his 4th personal foul. So 4 fouls on Prince, and he's got to come back out with 9:28 left to go in the game. Foster will come out. Quay King will check in. Rams up 58-52. $9:28 left to play in the ball game. It's Jared Blaylock at the free throw line. Blaylock 9 points. He's only 3 out of 11 shooting. And the first free throw's no good. Blaylock is an 83% free throw shooter. So Rams have 3 guards out there with Rhodes, Keene, and Bennett. And then 2 forwards with Gadul and Allen out there. One more for Blaylock, and that one rolls in. 5-point Angelo State lead, 58-53. 9:25 left to go in the ball game. Trey Bennett, what's he got in his back pocket? He's been quiet today, just 5 points for Trey, the Rams' leading scorer. He led the Rams to victory late yesterday against Arkansas Fort Smith. He'll lob it to Allen. Allen goes down the baseline. He's bumped on the dribble drive down the baseline. A foul on the floor on Fort Lewis called an Alston Halderson. So Halderson picks up his 2nd personal foul, team foul number 3 in Fort Lewis. Angelo State ball on the baseline. And we're going to have a whistle. And now another foul on the Skyhawks. This one's on Jared Smith, a hold before the pass was even thrown in on Fort Lewis. So 2 fouls in 2 seconds. Rams will throw it into Allen, back in the corner, Bennett. Bennett with the dribble goes across the lane from right to left. Dribble the ball off his foot. Now we're going to jump ball. It'll go Angelo State's way. 9:04 left to play in the game. 25 of the shot clock. Trey Bennett slowly gets up. I think he maybe knocked the air out of him. He jumped on the ball and right on his midsection. Jared Smith, good sportsmanship, comes over, asked if he's okay from Fort Lewis. Trey nods, says, I'm good. 9:04 left to play in the game. Rams 58, Fort Lewis 53. Be Rams ball at the end of their bench. Keene, left-hand side of the circle to Bennett. Bennett now will hold it above his head. On the low post to Gadul, back it down. Halderson back out to Trey for a 3. Yes! Trey Bennett, that's his second three-pointer today. The Rams' 8th of the contest. 61-53. Rams increase that lead back to 8 points. Now we got a whistle and another foul away from the ball, this time on the Rams. It's on Quay King.
That's a flop. That's a flop, Nick.
That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 7 on the Rams. And that means a 1-and-1 at the free throw line for Cade Closter. You could probably hear what Cinco Boone was saying on the microphone, saying that was a flop. It was away from the ball. Closter fell down, making contact with Keene underneath the rim. So at the free throw line with 8:42 left to play, it's Closter to shoot the 1-and-1 for Fort Lewis. And he got it. Closter has 8 points. He averages 13 per game. Fort Lewis 9 for 11 at the free throw line, making now 10 for 12 at the line. Rams have only attempted 4 free throws, and they need to get to the free throw line. ASU up 6, 61-55. Here's Allen up top. Left-hand dribble, left wing now for Shaquan Rhodes. And the free throw line now to Allen. He drives, spins, turns, goes down the lane, missed a layup. Gadul the rebound, goes back up, and he's called for an over-the-back foul. Oh, my goodness. I did not see that from my angle. Looked like a clean offensive board using his height and reach by Amari Gadul. Instead called for an offensive over-the-back foul. 8 fouls on the Rams, some more free throws here for the Skyhawks. A 1-and-1 here for Kofi Josephs at the line. And it's good. That's what Fort Lewis does. Not only do they shoot the 3, but they can shoot the free throws. 78% they're shooting tonight at the free throw line, 85%. One more for Josephs, and he got it. Skyhawks have shot 10 more free throws than Angelo State. And Amari Gadul will come out now, checking in for him, Gustavs Pujols. The lead is now down the 4 for the Rams, 61-57. 8:18 to play in the game. Bennett walks it up the floor for the Rams. Dribbles left side outside with Blaylock on him. Dribbles down the three-point line just behind the arc. Trey will swing the ball right wing the Rhodes. Fort Lewis in his zone defense. Sacking down. Bennett up top, fires a 3 over Blaylock. Off the back of the rim, no good. Blaylock the rebound for the Skyhawks. They can cut it to one possession game on this trip down the floor. Halderson left side outside. It comes over to Colster. Far corner now to Smith. Up top, Josephs. He'll drive on Bennett down the lane and missed a lay-in try. He'll be saved in the corner by Closter. Ball never hit the rim. A 3. No good by Closter. Tapped up top, grabbed by King. Quay Keene up top. Right corner Rhodes. Back to Keene. Open for 3. Yes! Three-pointer by Quay King. His 5th of the game. Take that back, his 6th of the night. Quay's got 22 for the Rams. They lead 64-57. 7-point Angelo State lead. 7:05 left to play. Fort Lewis runs the weave. Here's down the lane. Colster runs over Rhodes, and an offensive foul. And Shaquan Rhodes took the charge from Cade Closter. Rhodes that was close. He was just 8 spirit groups from the Angelettes. The cheerleaders are here. The pep band's been here all week. Roscoe, and appreciate everybody coming out. We come back to the action. 7 minutes left to play the game. Rams with the basketball. They lead by 7. 64-57. Here's Gustav Pujols with the basketball left wing. Down low to Allen. He faces up to the rim. Now up top to Bennett. He'll drive in left to the lane. Pivots. He's in trouble. 8 to shoot. Trey shovels it past the Pujols. In the lane now to Allen. Goes up and he's fouled. What a pass. That was a great pass by Gus. He was in no man's land, trapped. The Rams had 4 players overloaded on the left side of the rim. And Pujols found a backdoor cut by Stedman Allen. And Allen to the line to shoot 2. He's 1 for 2 at the line. Stead has 7 points, 4 boards. And his first free throw's no good. Just the 5th and 6th free throws attempted tonight by the Rams, while Fort Lewis has 14. They're 12 for 14 at the line. Rams are 3 out of 5. One more for Allen, and that one rattles home. Thomas Shikaya now will check in for Gustav Pujols. 8-point Angelo State lead. The Rams have led by as many as 12. That was early here in the second half. Fort Lewis basketball. Left side outside with it for the Skyhawks. Now right one to 3 by Bach on the way back to the rim. No good, but an offensive board by Jared Smith. Back to Bach, who shoots a mid-range jumper. Too strong. Grabbed by Trey Bennett, the weak side of Angelo State. Bennett in the back court. He's being fouled by Colster. It was running behind him. Now to Rhodes, right side outside. Now to Shikaya, and they call an offensive foul on Stedman Allen, who's trying to post up. And Colster fell back. Allen fell back on top of him. They call an offensive foul instead. He's calling for an offensive foul in the post. And the monitor right by me, the officials right by me here, there was no flagrant foul. But it was a personal foul, though, on Stedman Allen. And the Rams have a lead of 8, 65-57 with 6 minutes left to go in the ballgame. Fort Lewis basketball now. Here's Blaylock up top with Rhodes on him. Shoots it over Shaquan. It's off the mark. Rebound inside by Allen, but he's fouled over the back by Cody Salcido, who grabbed the ball away from Allen and called for the over-the-back foul. And Cody Salcido has one of the more interesting mustaches slash beards you've ever seen. Looks like he's from the Old West with the old goatee. Kind of has that tombstone look for Cody Salcido, who is from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And that was the 7th team foul in Fort Lewis. So Stedman Allen, who was fouled, shoots the 1-1 free throws and makes the first of 2. Fort Lewis has now missed 7 straight shots, 10 of the last 11. Skyhawks in a scoring drought of nearly 3 minutes. One more at the free throw line for Stead. Got it. And the Rams are up by 10. Stedman Allen has scored 10 for Angelo State. 67-57, 5:40 left to play. Left wing is Rasmus Bach. Left corner is Smith. Goes down the baseline into Shikaya. Missed it. Rebound loose on the baseline. Shikaya saves it to Rhodes. Rhodes in the backcourt. Hurries up the floor. 3-on-2. Rhodes down the lane. Left corner Bennett. Bennett takes a 3. Now will take a 3 in the corner. It's short. Grabbed by Bach. And Fort Lewis with the rebound. They'll come back the other way. It's Bach. A pull-up long 2 is off the mark. Rebound out of bounds off Quay Keene. Fort Lewis has now missed 9 consecutive field goals. And 11 of the last 12. They're down by 10. Angelo State with 5:10 left to play in the game. Blaylock up top of the arc. Left wing now, it's Morse. Lobs it inside the Salcido. Goes up, looked like almost a walk as he caught the ball, took 2 steps and lays it in underneath for Cody Salcido of Fort Lewis. 4:55 left to play in the game. 8-point lead now for the Rams. 67-59. Rams will run some clock here. Rhodes left side outside with it. About 7 feet behind the three-point line. Now inside the three-point line up top to Allen. Back to Rhodes. Wide open 3 left corner is short by Shaquan and rebounded by FLC, Fort Lewis College. They have come back. A lot of time left to play. If you follow the Rams this year, you know the script. Rams have had a hard time holding on the leads late. Here's Salcido underneath the rim. Haynes and reverse lay-in good, but the big man, Cody Salcido. He has scored back-to-back buckets for Fort Lewis. Rams now lead by 6. He cannot get too conservative if Angelo State. Got to be the aggressor, and now a timeout called by Cinco Boone. 4:07 Rams in front, 67-61, with 4:07 left to play in the game. Angelo State basketball on the near sideline. In the backcourt, the Trey Bennett with 18 to shoot. Now the Foster left wing, right from the Angelo State bench. Foster on the left wing, three-point line. Looking inside, nothing there. Up top, Gadul in the high post. Back to Foster, left corner. Foster, back door to Gadul, caught it underneath the rim, goes up after a head fake, and Amari draws the foul. He had two Skyhawks draped behind Amari Gadul. He's very patient, waited for them to go into the air, then went up and drew the foul. Gadul, a double-double today, 11 points, 10 rebounds. At the line to shoot 2. First one's good. First trip at the line, actually the second trip for Amari. He's 2 for 2 today. The Rams are led by Quay Keene, who has a new career high in Angelo State. Season high 22 for Quay. He's also made a season high 6 3-pointers. And he loves playing here at Midwestern State. He had 5 threes against Midwestern here back in February in a loss. Second free throw, good by Gadul. 69-61, Rams lead by 8. Fort Lewis basketball, 3:45 left to play. Here's Morris, runs a pick and roll, hands it back to Salcido, who cuts back door, and he'll lay it in. Cody Salcido's got 13 off the bench. He only averages 6. The pick and roll is hurting the Rams this afternoon. Angelo State now back in front by 6 with a lot of time to go, 3:25. Here's Foster going down the baseline. Haynes shoots it off the glass, no good. Salcido the rebound for Fort Lewis. Skyhawks come back down the floor. Bach up top, Morris, a wide open 3 is no good. Bach the rebound, had it, lost it, grabbed by Quay Keene of Angelo State. Keene down the floor, right side, goes all the way down to the lane. In the corner now to Foster, back to Quay, left corner for 3, yes! Quay Keene, a big-time 3, his 7th tonight. And the Rams are up by 9, 72-63. Blaylock down the lane, blocked from behind by Gadul, out of bounds. Off of the Rams, Amari Gadul. It'll be Fort Lewis basketball on the baseline, with 2:49 left to play. 72-63, still plenty of time to go. Left corner, Blaylock. He's trying to free up for a 3. Shoots a 3 over Foster. It's no good. Bennett the rebound, and he's fouled by Bach, who climbed his back. Josh Blaylock, give the Rams defense all kinds of credit. There's been a number of defenders who have locked him up today. Blaylock had 33 points yesterday against Dallas Baptist. He averages 18 a game, is just 10. And Blaylock is 3 for 14 for Fort Lewis from the field. He is really frustrated, and give the Rams defense all the credit. At the free throw line, Trey Bennett now here. They shoot a 1-and-1. And when Trey's at the free throw line, it's usually money. First one's up and good. The Rams lead by 10, 73-63. One more for Trey. Up, and it's good. 11-point Angelo State lead. 74-63, 2:40 left to play in the game. Rams cannot let up here. Down the baseline, drive Blaylock. He's double-teamed, trapped on the baseline by Gadul and Foster, and Blaylock throws it away. Keene intercepts it ahead of Allen. Allen drives, spins, down the lane, lays it in! Stephen Allen lays it in after the long pass from Keene at midcourt. The Rams have their largest lead. They're up 13 with 2:15 to go. Now a block shot by Gadul. Rebounded by Bennett down the floor to Foster, who throws it down. Oh my goodness. A block shot by Amari Gadul. He gave it down the floor for Foster for the dunk. The Rams lead by 15, and Fort Lewis now self-destructing as they shoot an air ball. The Rams can sense it now. Quay Keene a little shaken up. He will come off the floor with 2 minutes left to play. Rams lead 78-63. Angelo State on a 9-0 run. Rams are less than 2 minutes away from going back to the Sweet 16 and trying to win a regional championship for the first time in school history. Bennett was double-teamed, had the ball knocked out from behind by Kloster. it'll be Angelo State basketball at midcourt.
Gotta help us, Quan.
Rams will throw it in. Foster's going to throw it in just behind the half-court line. They'll throw it in the backcourt to Rhodes. 1:40 left to play. Here's Rhodes walking up the floor. Rhodes now dribbles left side outside, hands it off to Foster. 5 on the shot clock. Foster doesn't realize it. Down to 3, fires a 3 up top. It's no good. South Cedar the rebound for Fort Lewis. 1:25 left. Now Bennett steals it right in front of me in the backcourt. Over to Allen, drives, spins down the lane. Layup good with the left hand by Stedman Allen after the steal right in front of me by Trey Bennett. 17-point Angelo State lead. The Rams can sense it now. 70 seconds away from the regional championship game. And now a 3 up and good by Josh Blaylock. But it's too little, too late. Former Angelo State coach Chris Beard won the Sun Belt Conference Championship. Cinco Boone and his father was talking about earlier today, and now Cinco Boone, his first year on the job as the head coach at Angelo State, is about to pick up his biggest win. In his first year as the head coach of Angelo State, his Rams are about to go to 25-6 and play in the South Central Regional Championship Tuesday night at 7 against either Tarleton State or Lubbock Christian, who plays next at 7:30. 1:04 left to play. Shaquan Rhodes was fouled in the backcourt out of that timeout. Shaquan at the line, shooting 2. First one's up and good. Rams 61 seconds away now from the win. There's one more for Rhodes. He got it. Angelo State, just think about this, folks, had never won an NCAA tournament game in all the years since back in the 60s. Now Bennett picks the pocket of Josephs. Bennett on a breakaway, dunks the ball! Oh, my! Look out below, air Trey Bennett. He throws it down, now a steal by Shaquan Rhodes. 5'10" Trey Bennett just showed his hops right there. Might be the first dunk I remember this season by Trey. Rhodes got the steal. 40 seconds left. The Rams have turned a close game into a rout. They're up 18, 84-66. And the Rams will be the highest seed remaining in this tournament. Here's an alley-oop from Foster to Allen. Allen goes up, lays it in. He's fouled. It will count for Stedman Allen with 27 seconds. What a run down the finish by these Rams. They always seem to save their best for last, and they're doing it once again here tonight. Up by 20 points. And here's my challenge to, as Allen is at the free throw line to shoot 1. He got it. Folks, we need everybody, we want all of San Angelo, call in sick Tuesday afternoon and drive up here. We need a good crowd. We've had a loud crowd here of the 40 or 50 folks that are here here in Wichita Falls. We need a lot of people here from Angelo State Tuesday night. Here's a 3, no good by Fort Lewis. 12 seconds left. Angelo State's up by 21 points. They're going to run the clock out down to 5 seconds. Let the celebration begin. Back-to-back years in the Sweet 16. The Rams will play for a championship Tuesday night. Final score, it's ASU